the end of it, there's like a, the the title is what is a cryotherapist? And so, so he discussed about it. It was a wonderful, and then I felt so touched, reading that. It's about like maybe 5 pages. So I highly recommend if you have time to read that part.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like that book. Upledger's book, if you just skip the first few chapters, because he must have written that to be a gauntlet or something, If you can get through that, you can get through anything. But after that, it gets better. This is a classic textbook, again, just because Upledger has trained so many people. This is his classic textbook.
Do you recommend this instead of Milne?
No, I think Milne is better because Milne has a chapter for each bone. And he goes through all of the embryology of the anatomy, and then gets into the motion, and then gets into the pathological motion, and then he has all kinds of techniques for releasing it. So it's very organized, and it's got more information than you ever want to know, so it's good. It's a good reference. So I like Milne. The second Milne, the first one is his soapbox. Yeah. So, okay, so let's see if we can figure this out. So Sutherland thought that what this rhythm was is the breath of life. And I think that's the same thing as consciousness, or the earthly effects of consciousness, whatever. And so what you feel is it's almost as if every cell in the body breathes in during flexion, and every cell in the body breathes out during extension. Okay? So what happens to the femur during flexion?
Extends.
Yeah, it rotates out. But if you sense into the cortex of it, it gets thicker.
Wow.
Yeah, and the diameter of the bone gets bigger, and the cortex thickens, and then as it rotates in, it thins down again. So it's like every cell in the body breathes in, and every cell in the body breathes out. And then the motions are, I guess, what the body has to do to accommodate that within its fibrous systems and that kind of thing. So the best way to feel the motion, get you a place where you can be kind of comfortable. If you cup your hands like this, and then just gently hold your occiput, and just first start by feeling, your hands will contact your hair, and then just come through your hair enough that you're contacting your scalp. But don't put a lot of pressure on it, okay? Just very lightly. And put your awareness into the palms of your hands, okay? So, and put your awareness in the palms of your hands. Just imagine that the palms kind of meld with your scalp, okay? And become aware of what you're feeling in the palm of your hands. And then look all the way to the left with your eyes and all the way to the right with your eyes. But don't move your head, just move your eyes. What do you feel in the palms of your hands?
Shifting.
Yeah. Feel it shifting? That's the magnitude of the cranial rhythm. Okay? That's the magnitude of what we're feeling towards the cranial rhythm. That's one of the reasons it's hard to measure. But how many don't feel anything moving in their head when you do that? You're all feeling it? So stand up and put your weight evenly on both legs. And again, put your awareness into the palms of your hands and cup your occiput. Okay? And then just shift to stand all your weight on one leg. And then shift to stand all your weight on the other leg. And what do you feel in your occiput?
It's almost like it's
hands though.
The what?
I think it's in the hands.
Yeah, the shifting in your hand, yeah.
Yeah, but nothing in the occiput.
Well, you're feeling the occiput with your hands, but you're feeling to move your hand. But that one's actually a little more subtle than the one moving your eyes.
Right.
So that's good. So most everybody feels it when you move your eyes, right? So what's happening when you move your eyes, if you look at the anatomy, you have your medial and lateral rectus muscles inside the sockets of your eye socket, right? When you look all the way to one side, then if you look all the way to the right, the lateral rectus of this side contracts, the medial rectus of this side contracts. But what that does is that pulls on the skull and warps the skull out of shape a little bit. And then you look the other way, it pulls the opposite and warps the skull out of shape a little bit. So you're really feeling how it changes the shape of the skull just from these tiny little muscles pulling here. That's fairly subtle, isn't it? But yet you can feel it. So now, see if you can find some place you can sit where you can feel your thighs. Okay. And just again, put your awareness, well, do your centering and grounding, as you would always when you start to do this work. And put your awareness into your palms, and then just lightly place them on your, and you want to touch about as lightly as you can tell you're even touching with your hand. Start with that much pressure. That if you touch with any lighter pressure, you wouldn't be touching anymore. And then see what you feel. So ideally, if you don't have a big restriction in your pelvis or something, which hopefully not after releasing those diaphragms and stuff, you should feel your thighs rolling out, stopping for a second, rolling in slightly, stopping for a second, rolling out. But again, on about the same level of magnitude as you felt your occiput moving in your eyes. So tune into that level, and you can also, with your mind, amplify what your hands are feeling to feel more subtle changes. You feeling it? Is anybody not feeling it? Okay.
Is it doing this relaxation?
No. It's actually, cranial rhythm is a little slower than that.